Hi guys, I'm James. Welcome back to my channel where I document what's occurring and what I'm up to here on my little allotment in Northamptonshire in the UK. I'm still working on this seating area. It's a work in progress, but it's getting there. I'm not going to do any more on it today though, because I've ordered 4 tall planters, like taller than that, they're on legs, that sort. So I've ordered 4 of them, so they're going to go like an L shape along there, and I'm going to grow like cut and come again lettuces and salad leaves and some peas. I've got some Kelvedon Wonder, I think they're called, peas, little short ones that don't really need staking up too much, so I think they'll be quite nice along there as well. Just things you can pick and enjoy, because your boy loves his peas. They're like sweet and, oh man, getting a bit too excited about peas. Down this end, there's a lot of stuff that needs doing as well. The dahlias I'm going to check at some point, maybe not today though, see how they're getting on under there. I have gone around though and tried to tidy up some of these beds. I've weeded them and stuff so that they're good to go. Probably going to put some manure and some more compost on them though. This bed I've weeded as well. I need to cut that back. I can't remember what that is. It's some sort of daisy. I'll have to look back at things and see what that was. And then this is the herb bed. One of the herb beds needs cutting back. The reason I've not cut this back yet, this is lemon balm, is so because it's been so cold and getting frosted all the time, I've wanted to leave them a bit overgrown so that the long bits get frost damage and not the healthy stuff at the bottom. So I need to chop that back at some point, but it's actually done quite well. Pretty happy with it. This is sorrel, that's doing really well. It's proper bushed up. Sorrel, I just love it. It's got like a really sour lemon taste to it. It's lovely. It's like gooseberry meets lemon. It's so nice. And this area, the pond area, is looking pretty good. All the daffodils are coming out. See, I don't really like daffodils, to be honest. They remind me of eggs because they're like white with yellow in the middle. So for some reason, I just don't like them. But I mean, they remind me that everything's coming back up. So, you know. And then this area, I've spread out the gravel a bit. I still want to put some more down, but I think it looks a lot better than it did. As you can see, it is St. Patrick's Day on Monday. So a job that I need to get done is planting my potatoes. I tried to get them in for St. Patrick's Day just because it helps me remember. These are the potatoes I'm going to plant. They're shallot potatoes. They've been in the bathroom at home chitting away. You don't have to chit them. If you don't know what chitting is, it's you leave them basically, and then those weird alien like Last of Us spawn growths start coming out. That's how you know they're chitting. Just helps them like root, I guess, when you put them into soil, but again, you don't really have to. So these are just shallot potatoes. So they're a mid-season potato. So they're not a main crop, so they don't take as long to be ready to harvest basically. So they usually take about 13 to 15 weeks. So it should be like July, August sort of time, should be able to harvest these. I'm not going to put them in the ground. I'm going to do what I did last year because it worked really well last year. So I put them in some larger pots. So I'm just going to do that. So yeah, I'll crack on before it starts chucking it down because the temperature has dropped. But again, I'm not like an expert on potatoes. I don't know everything about them. I know I like chips. I'm going to make my own mixture for the soil, for the potatoes basically. So this big bucket here is all spent compost from the potatoes last year. So I'm going to use some of that. And then I've got some fresh compost. I'm going to put some of that in. And then I've got some manure. I'm just going to mix a bit of manure into it as well. And kind of do like a lasagna sort of method. And I've got my fish, blood and bones. So I'm going to make a mixture of the old compost, new compost and manure. Do a little layer of that. And then a layer of fish, blood and bone. Then a couple of potatoes. And then another layer like that. And then another couple of potatoes. And then another layer like that. So like 3 layers, like a lasagna. Fresh compost. And then mix all of that in. Let's do the first bucket. A layer of my mixture, a couple inches, and then a sprinkle of fish blood and bone, a couple potatoes, and then another layer of mud, more fish blood and bone, and another couple potatoes. There we go. There's one done. So the small like eyes, they call them, the bits that sprout out when they're chitting, you want them to be facing up because they'll reach for the light basically. And if you've got more than a couple of them on it, you might want to take some of the extras off. I've just got them stood along here at the moment because they've got a bit of shelter. If it gets too frosty and stuff, then obviously I'll just move them into the polytunnel, but they should be all right left there for now. I'm going to plant some shallots. I like shallots. I'm not big on white onions at all. White onion is just the devil. I can't stand it. Vile. I like red onions and shallots. Shallots are really good. So I'm going to put some shallots in this bed here. Plant them about like the width of your hand apart. So like from there to there. So you do one there, that sort of distance apart. But I've got this gadget thing, which I think I'm going to use. I just want to try and use it and see if it's any good. I've had it for ages, but I've not really used it that much. But it's saying on the sheet that comes with it, do use shallots about in all the purple holes, which is about a hand. So we'll try it, bit of fun in it. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. So I'm just going to get these put in. And so you want to bury them just so that they're just sticking out of the soil. Birds will think they're worms though, which is why it's good that we've got the netting already over here from when I had brassicas in here. So I'm going to leave that on so I don't have to put a net up. I've already got one. Verve shallots sets. Vigormore. God, that's a word. That's a rigor mortis. Vigormore. So the bit with the like little tendrils, that's obviously roots. So you want to plant them downward into the soil, and this bit that sticks out the top. So you plant it to like just about there, so it sticks out. Birds will go for it when it's young, so like try and protect it. When it's actually established, they won't care. I'm stuck. Release me. Okay, and now in my polytunnel, because I need to get things planted out. I mean, it's that time of year where it just feels like you've got seed packets come out of your ears. A lot of things need to go in, but I'm going to prioritize. I think the first things that I'm going to put in are, I want to get the sweet peas in because I feel like I'm a bit late for them, and plant some peas. But I'm considering doing the peas in the drain pipe method. I'm going to consider doing that. I'll do the sweet peas first though. I mean, I've got my little book here I spent ages last night going through all the different beds, what I want in them, what I need to plant out. Let's get started. So the sweet peas I'm going to be planting are these ones. Sweet pea heaven sent mixed. It does say plant them in the autumn and then plant them out in the spring, so I'm definitely late, but I mean, I'm just going to plant them and see. So I'm going to do 2 in each of the compartments for the first 3 compartments. Ideally, things like peas and stuff would go into a root trainer type of pot, so it's basically just deeper for the tap root, but I don't want to use, I've only got a few root trainer pots and I don't want to use them all just for flowers. I want to keep them back for beans and veggies. I chose them obviously because they're meant to be quite tall ones and also smell lovely. Because if you're going to grow sweet peas, grow them because they smell nice. Otherwise, why are you growing them? I mean, I get there's some where they've got like long stems and all that for cut flowers, but I'm not a florist. I'm going to save the rest in case I need to plant any more out, which is highly likely if the slugs get hold of them. And I'm going to water them in with this, just because it's a fine mist, because you don't want to soak them. The next thing that I'm going to plant is the peas, normal peas, Kelvedon Wonder. They're quite a short one that doesn't really need staking so much, so I'm going to put them in the tall planters that I've got coming. And I'm going to do the guttering method, which I've never done before, so we'll see how it goes. So I've done a mix of soil, Silver Grow multi-purpose, just because Silver Grow is really lovely, and some seed starting compost as well. I didn't want to use all seed starting compost because it's so expensive, so I've done a mix. So I'm just going to fill the gutter and get them planted. And this guttering didn't have ends, so I've used some tape to cover the ends. That's just tape. It's like carpet tape, so it's a bit stronger. So I've put some of that over the end of the gutters so that, I mean, obviously, so the soil doesn't fall out when I'm watering and doesn't disturb them. And then once they've grown enough to be transplanted out, I'll just take the tape off of one of the ends and then you sort of like slide it out, is the theory. I've seen it done really well online. Whether or not I do it really well, we shall see. I mean, that looks all right to me. What do you think? I'm gonna do it in like grid, so like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that going along. You can start peas outside, obviously, once the frost has gone. But at the moment, the weather's a bit up in the air. So whether or not there's going to be another frost, I don't know. So I'd rather start them inside. And also, when you plant them outside, sometimes mice will dig the peas up before they've even had a chance to sprout or do anything. So I'm going to keep this in the polytunnel till they're at a reasonable size to be able to withstand a mice attack, basically, and then I'll put them out. And of course I've got to wait for those planters anyway, otherwise there's nowhere to put them. And then I've just got a gutter of peas and nowhere to put them. Now I'll just cover them up, do a little layer on top. And these should start coming up hopefully pretty soon. They are quite fast growing peas, so I should start to see signs of life soon. And I've got a whole load more keep them moist but not waterlogged. There we go, sorted. I have some sweet peas and some peas in here as well that I bought, but I don't want to put them out yet until the weather's a bit better. Thanks again for watching, guys. I've got quite a lot done. Got my spuds in, my sweet peas, my shallots. So yeah, pretty happy. Just been having a bit of a rest before I head off, but it's getting kind of cold now. So don't forget to like and subscribe and press that notification bell so that you can see when I've done another video and you see what I'm up to on the allotment. And yeah, don't forget to pop a comment in. I want to know what you're doing on your allotments, in your gardens, trade ideas, and I hope that you all have really good luck and find a nice pot of gold under a rainbow somewhere.